Hi guys, today we're going to be making another pair of wood earrings, and what I did first was I painted my wood blank white. So very simple and easy. You don't have to go crazy with it, just do a nice little coat on there. And then I have my washi tape, and what I am going to do is I'm going to lay this out, but first you want to get your Mod Podge. And I know a lot of people will put Mod Podge on after they put the washi tape on and not before, but I like doing it both ways for the simple fact that it secures my piece really well. So I'm going to take my brush here, and then I'm just going to kind of go right over my piece, and this is going to be double-sided, so we're going to do two different designs but using the same products. So I already did one, so now I'm going to kind of do the opposite side because I want them to be mirrored. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely done. So I'm going to go right over the top portion here. I'm going to stick it down and just go right there, okay? And then rip that off. And then I will go around it again, line those up the best that I can. I like to stick it right down onto my table so I know it kind of stays put. And then I can adjust it if I need to. There we go. And I have a little tiny sliver of white here that I do not want to show. I want it to all be my little squares. So I'm going to take this little piece here, line them up again. And there. Now I'll take more Mod Podge, and then I'm just gonna slather that right on. And let that completely dry. If you let things completely dry, they go much easier when you're cutting them or putting holes in them or whatever you may be doing. Let it dry. Just take that moment and let it dry. All right, so my piece is dry now. What I want to do is take my scissors and just trim that up. And I always go on the back side to trim because you could get closer to the edge. If I do it this way, I just cannot get as close as I would like to. So go to the back side and you'll get a nicer cut. And then I'm going to take my poker tool and just poke a hole right through. Now, if this isn't dry completely, what happens is that paper will peel up. And then you have to re-glue it down and it just becomes a pain. So just make sure your stuff is dry. There we go. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the back side. Well, similar, because I want to make sure that my stuff is double-sided. So put a thin coat of glue on there. And then this time I'm going to go crosswise. And decide how I want to do that. So for your second set, or not your second set. So for your second earring, you're going to go opposite. So I'm going this way here, and my other set I will go opposite. That way they're mirrored. And then you can wear these earrings either direction, you know, that you want to, the front or the back or back or front. It's really up to you how you want to wear them. And I just love doing the double-sided stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. And I have short hair, so everybody will see the backs are done just as nice. And then the nice thing is, if you sell your earrings, it's something extra that most people don't do. So it makes it just a little bit more special. All right, so let that one dry now. All right, my piece is dry. Now I'm going to trim up these sections here. There we go. And then the fun part is really decorating your piece. So I'm going to get my little tile here. I'm going to place this on here. And then this is where I have my little green pieces. I'm going to kind of just lay them out. Grab my wax tip and my resin. And then just lay that down. Kind of push that around. Go carefully around your hole. If you get resin in there, it's okay. You could re-drill it open. But try your best just to move slow around it so you can kind of avoid that situation. I'm going to go right over, pop any bubbles that may have formed. Make sure that's all over to the side. And then I'm going to pick up my little pieces here and just kind of start laying them on there. Now your pieces may end up moving on you, which is normal. Just try to move a little bit slower so they stay put. You could put glass chips. You could do little mini beads, the plastic cabochons, all types of things. I went with these because they're shiny and they're green, and I thought they looked really cool together. And one more. All right, now I'm going to put this under my UV light, let that cure, and then we're going to decorate the back as well, but we're going to do that one a little bit differently. All right, so that side is done. Look how beautiful that looks, and how easy was that? So simple. So this side, we're going to do something very similar. We're going to take the UV resin. And I did try this without the UV resin, and these little guys just don't stick properly. So that's why I'm going with the resin today with these. Besides that, resin just brightens everything up. I tried, because I know a lot of people say, can you do it without resin? And unfortunately with this one, you would have to have a good glue. Mod Podge just is not going to work, because these little pieces here actually have like the inside of it is almost like sunken in. So you would need a lot of Mod Podge for it to really stick in there. So these ones, I'm just going to have some fun and stick these here. And you can see I'm not doing them any like certain direction. I'm just having fun with these. Okay. So once you're happy with your placement, put it back under the UV light. Let that cure. All right, so here it is. Look how beautiful. So there's the front, there's the back, or vice versa, whichever you prefer. So to finish these off, I'm going to add a bead. So get some wire And I'm probably going to cut this about, say, about 5 to 6 inches. And we're not going to use it all, but I'm one of those people that I like to make sure I have plenty. And then let me cut off a bead here. Oops. There we go. Okay, got my beads. Take your round nose pliers and just kind of bend it right in half. You want to try to make them pretty even. Stick that in there. And now put your bead in there, both wires. Hopefully these will fit. Oops. Sometimes if you get wire that's too fat, you're going to have to go with a bigger bead or a smaller wire. So let me try a different wire because that is just too thick. All right, so I'm going to line that up, try to get as best as I can to be even. Stick that through and then get your bead, put that through, get it down as far as you can, and then take about the middle section of your pliers. I'm going to swap hands here, and then I'm going to start going around the top of that. And you're going to want that really tight if possible. So kind of take another pair of pliers and start pulling that wire so it's nice and tight. And I think that should be thick enough, so I'll take that off. But look how beautiful that little loop is. And then take that, cut, and then I like to take my flat pliers and just push those wires right in there. And then see, you have this beautiful bead. And the nice thing about doing your own wire is you want to add a finding. You can move this any direction that you need to, so you don't have to put an extra jump ring on. So I'm going to do that one more time just to show you. Put it there. You can see I kind of didn't get that even, so I'm going to pull it back up. That's pretty good. Oops. Go through. Get both of those wires in there. Maybe. There we go. Pull it all the way down. And remember, start in your middle section of your pliers because that'll give you more room. And then I like to use my hand the first time around, going around, because it's easier for me. I always had a hard time kind of using my pliers. But the problem, or the thing is, if you don't use the pliers, you just cannot get that wire tight enough. And you really want that wire tight. And that looks about the same as the other one. Cut that off. There we go. And now I could add my findings on there. All right, I'm just going to open this up. And and then decide what side do you want the front and what side do you want the back. And then reclose it. And look at that. Is that not beautiful? And if you want, you just use that side. So very, very simple and easy. You could even go through your piece a few times to thicken up the bottom wire. And look how beautiful. So I'm going to show you in another video how to thicken up this area, but I really just want to kind of go basic and show you guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that I was able to give you a new little idea, and I will see you all next time. Bye.